lied about her race has stepped down from her post as the head of a local NAACP chapter. Well, last week, Rachel Dolezal's parents outed her as white, although she has been posing as black for years. Dolezal released a statement refusing to apologize. Now, she says she'll continue to fight for human rights. Her parents are also speaking out, saying they want their daughter to get help.
Well, we would like to say, Rachel, we love you, and we hope that you will get the help that you need to work through these identity issues and integrity issues so that you can move on with your life in a positive direction.
The national president of the NAACP says the group appreciates her leadership and the focus should be on the issues and not on the individuals.
Yeah, this story has been stirring up a lot of controversy and also a lot of, I think, discussions about exactly what race is and sort of how you define it. And boy, this is a deep one. Even though you might say, okay, this woman's crazy or whatever you might want to say about this woman, it's opened up a big conversation.
It definitely has. You've heard it everywhere. Yeah, with more on this, we have, of course, talk show host Lisa Durden and psychologist Dr. Frieda Birnbaum. Thank you for coming in this morning.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, so I want to start right off the bat. So she came out with this statement on the NAACP Spokane Facebook page saying she's not going to stop fighting for human rights. So do you think she should have stepped down?
Absolutely. I was doing the happy dance.
You were.
Absolutely. She's embarrassing. She's a disaster.
Wow.
She is a pathological liar. She's narcissistic, and she is just a disaster. First of all, she ran around in blackface, wearing box braids and a turban and dreadlocks as if she's black, and she didn't have to do it. She was really a walking minstrel show as far as I'm concerned, and actually I was a little put off by that.
Yeah.
I have no problem with white people who embrace my culture. You can wear box braids, but you have to wear them with blackface. Now that's you took it to another level now. Now that's embarrassing. You weren't celebrating my culture. You were actually almost like picking on it or bullying it in my view. Yeah.
Okay.
And it was unnecessary because she could have still been the same person in the same position
without
fighting
saying
for the cause,
that she was black.
Pumping her fist, marching on Washington.
Because there are plenty of people of all colors that support those causes. Absolutely.
Yeah.
So let me ask you, because you said a couple of things almost as if you were a psychologist. You're not. So why don't we turn to the psychologist? I mean, pathological liar, is that true? What do you think?
Well, you know, it's true, but it's not true. So I sort of disagree. Just to tell you the truth, it's really refreshing because what has been going on with the black community and all these killings, for someone to really want to identify, someone who really want to support what's going on and having a human rights way, an advocate of helping others, it's extremely important for people to know that Rachel is not crazy, that she really went through a very good developmental stage in her life.
Tell me this.
Yes.
Tell me this. Do you believe that Rachel actually believes in part of her heart that she is black? Do you believe she believes it?
Well, you know, I believe that, and we're all a little black, to tell you the truth. You know, we all have different heritages that we really don't even know about. And I think it's wonderful that this is open for discussion because Rachel, as a teenager, was brought into a world with 4 siblings who were black and were adopted by her parents. And that's a very delicate time in one's life. When you're a teenager, your racial identity is cemented for the rest of your life. And this is what happened to Rachel. And then she continued to be in a community where there were ethnic backgrounds, different racial backgrounds that came into her home, and she identified with that as well. So what she's doing to her made sense. And for her to...
But identifying
with black doesn't make you black.
Exactly.
If that's the case, Madonna would be black.
We're in a city.
And so would Eminem.
True, but here's the big but.
Right.
Rachel, inside herself, not only felt black, she married a black man, had a child, went to Howard.
That's not her child, that's her brother.
Well, you know what?
One of them's her child, the other child.
The little black boy's her brother.
But one of them is her child.
Right.
She had a child, and she identified with it so much that she taught black history. She's still teaching black history, actually.
But why does she need to try to spray her face as a black woman to be able to identify with my race?
It's more than just the physicality of it.
Correct.
3 against 1.
But you can't have it without
I'm used to this, so I just want to say something that's very important for everyone to know. Sometimes you feel, by becoming part of a certain society, you will be more understood, more accepted. And this is what Rachel did. I'm not saying that she thought this through thoroughly. And clearly did the right thing.
Right.
But I am saying that her reason behind it, her intentions were something to help other people.
But we want leaders. We want leaders who are transparent. We want leaders who we can trust. We don't want leaders who are liars.
I would take any kind
She
of
became
leader.
the CEO of the NAACP's chapter, and you just don't get there without being vetted. She was very highly vetted, and NAACP knew that she was not black, and they rode with that. They vetted her for years, so they're liars too. And I'm going to say, let's call for an investigation of the NAACP.
Well, that's what, do you think that hurts their credibility?
Absolutely,
this whole thing?
Because we want transparency. She cannot sell me on the fact that she wanted to be us so badly. She was walking around shucking and jiving in blackface. That's unacceptable. That's totally unacceptable.
All right, that has to be the last word.
So I totally disagree with this. It's extremely refreshing for me to see someone who, after all these killings and violence, her intentions were to bring the black community justice. And by the way, she's still doing that.
She could have done more as a white
I'll
woman, bringing us justice as a white woman, not trying to be me.
I'm sorry, please let me finish.
We have to let this be on. All right, I'm going to give you the last word here.
I appreciate this.
Yeah.
I appreciate the fact that she's bringing attention to the fact that no matter what your color is, we need to support each other. We're all in this together, black or white.
We can all agree on that.
Interracial identity.
Throwing your family away doesn't require that.
all in this together.
Her family to the streets to do that.
Hold on. All right, guys.
We should continue to celebrate each other.
We're all in this together. That was a nice sentiment. I want to end it there. Kumbaya. We're all in together. Let's love each other. Thank you both for coming in.
Thank you for having me.
All right.
Ooh, a lot going on here. Linda Church is getting hot in here and hot outside too.
Not sure, you guys. You think you struck a nerve here or something? I think
This is one of those stories, Linda.
it really is.
That's my passion.
It is. You know, I loved it. I loved him.